So this video is going to be about changing the resolution of your song when you're working on your circuit. So right now we're on the tempo page and we're in tempo 100. So I'm going to illustrate, I have some pre-made patterns I've made. Now this is the one I made for tempo 100. So if I press drum 1, you can see this is the kick drum, this is the snare down here. And then on drum 3 and 4, that's going to be the hi-hat. And actually, I forgot to fill these in for both of these patterns. I'm just going to fill this in like that. Okay. All right, so let's just play the beat so you can hear it. So as you can see, it's switching the two patterns. That's supposed to be doing that too. Okay. And as you can see, it changes. It adds 3 snares at the end of this one, whereas the other one does not have that. Okay. So this is, I would call this just the regular workflow that you'd normally be working in. Now you have 2 different options from here. You can double or half your tempo. So let's go down to 50. And what this is going to do, you're going to lose resolution, but you're going to add length. And you'll see what I mean. So I went down to 50. I have pre-made patterns set to just this and this. And let's just play. Sounds exactly the same. Well, let's look at the pattern. As you can see now, I can have that entire phrase that we had before in 2 patterns now on 1 pattern. But I am losing resolution, which means it's compressed now. Okay? So now I made one for if you double the tempo from 100, of course that would be 200. So I'm going to switch to 200. And what this is going to do is give you more resolution but less length. So I have that set up to these 4. And as you can watch, or as you can see, it adds even more resolution. So you could do, I'm going to just add this just so you can hear it. All the more resolution you can have, that's just in that one pattern here. So just so you can see or hear the difference here. So yeah, a whole lot more resolution now. So it depends on how you want to use this thing. I mean, if you want really high res, there you go. Or it might be easier sometimes. Let's just go to 50. Let's say we just want to make just a basic track. We would just do this. And as you can see, it's all compressed now. So the bass line, let's just do a bass like this. Let's do that now. Okay, now let's just play it. And what I did, I was able to just sit there, write an entire, part of the song very quickly on 1 pattern without having to go back and forth and changing different patterns. But let's listen to what it sounds like. So that can be used kind of nicely. Let's say if you have like a lead part you just come up with. So let's say you wanted to like sing or something. That's pretty easy to, and then you can make different parts of your song and just trigger them. And let's say right this part, you would just go off of that, just turn it off, or go to the mixer and disable it, for the lead, and then you sing, and then play the lead again when it's next, and then it'll just play right when you need it. So this is a good way, I'd say, for songwriters. Let's do a different pattern here. So I'm just going to choose different notes. So there's your second part right there, and it just takes up 1 pattern space. So if you want to make like a, I don't know, pretty basic song idea, like it's, I'd say, easier to do it in this way. you want it to be really simple without anything fancy. It's a good idea. And then, for example, let's just go back. Let's actually switch to tempo 200 to show the other end of the spectrum with a higher resolution. Let's see what it sounds like, the pattern that I was just playing. Now that's what it does to it. So we're talking, you know, definite difference here. Now, this one, of course, I have spread out to 4. And I'm just going to go into here. Let's just program some bass lines. So I'm going to make it skip a step, and then here I'm going to make it not skip a step or something. And let's just hear. So yeah. Or if you just want to do, I'd say standard, there you go. And for this, let's say you want to do like what I was doing up above there. So in order to do that same bass line that I was doing every step, I just skip a step. And then let's go to this pattern. But then again, you have a resolution to like add different parts too. So there's your trade-off. All right, let's listen to that. So there's your choice. If you're within a certain tempo range, you can half or double it, depending, to get more or less resolution. The trade-off is the length. So there you go.